Hello, I'm Dr. Christina Serrati. Let me start by asking you a simple question. Have you ever climbed into bed at night and noticed your feet feel unusually cold, even when the rest of your body feels warm? Or maybe you've felt that strange tingling sensation in your toes, a mild numbness in your fingers, or a heavy, uncomfortable feeling in your legs that seems to appear the moment you lie down? Most people brush these things off. They assume it's just part of getting older. But what many people don't realize is that these small nighttime sensations can sometimes be the body's earliest warning signs that blood circulation is not working as efficiently as it should. And here's the surprising part. For many adults over the age of 60, the problem isn't always what happens during the day. It's what happens right before bed. Certain nighttime habits, things that feel completely normal, can quietly slow down blood flow through the legs, feet, and even the hands. And when these habits become part of your nightly routine, they may gradually put extra strain on your blood vessels over time. You see, healthy circulation is one of the most important systems keeping your body functioning properly. Your blood delivers oxygen to your muscles, nutrients to your organs, and supports the health of your nerves and tissues. When circulation is working well, you tend to feel warm, energized, and comfortable. But when circulation begins to slow down, your body often sends subtle signals: cold feet that won't warm up, pins and needles sensations in the toes, leg cramps during the night, or waking up with hands that feel numb or stiff. These symptoms might seem small at first, but over time they can become more frequent and more uncomfortable if the underlying cause isn't addressed. What surprises many of my patients is that some of the most common bedtime habits can quietly make these circulation issues worse without them ever realizing it. And the longer these habits continue, the more pressure they can place on the delicate network of blood vessels that keep your body supplied with oxygen and nutrients. The good news is that once you recognize these habits, they're often very easy to correct. In fact, small adjustments to your nighttime routine can sometimes improve circulation dramatically, helping your legs feel lighter, your feet warmer, and your sleep more comfortable. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 7 nighttime habits that may be quietly damaging circulation after the age of 60. Some of these habits are incredibly common. In fact, many people do them every single night without realizing their impact. And make sure you stay with me until the end, because habit number 6 is one that many doctors consider one of the biggest hidden causes of nighttime circulation problems. It's something millions of people do just before going to sleep. But before we begin, if you enjoy learning simple ways to protect your health and support healthy aging, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Now, let's start with the first nighttime habit that may be quietly interfering with your body's natural blood flow. Now, let's begin with the first nighttime habit that can quietly interfere with healthy circulation. And interestingly, this one often starts hours before you actually go to bed. Habit number 1, going straight to bed after sitting for long periods. Many people spend their evenings sitting. Perhaps you're watching television after dinner, reading a book, scrolling on a tablet, or relaxing comfortably in your favorite chair. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. Evening relaxation is important. But what many people don't realize is that sitting for long stretches of time can significantly slow circulation in the lower half of the body. Your leg muscles actually play a very important role in helping blood travel back toward the heart. Every time you walk or move your legs, those muscles gently squeeze nearby veins, helping push blood upward through the circulatory system. Doctors sometimes refer to this as the body's muscle pump, but when you remain seated for long periods, especially in the evening, those muscle pumps become inactive. Blood begins to move more slowly through the legs. Now, here's where the problem can start. If you go straight from sitting for hours directly into bed, your body never gets the chance to reactivate those circulation supporting muscles. As a result, blood can begin to pool more easily in the lower legs and feet. This is one reason many people notice certain symptoms shortly after lying down. You might experience tingling sensations in the toes, a heavy feeling in the legs, mild swelling around the ankles, or that uncomfortable restless sensation that makes it hard to relax in bed. Fortunately, the solution can be surprisingly simple. Before going to sleep, try taking a gentle 5-minute walk around your home. It doesn't have to be exercise, just light movement. This small activity helps reactivate the leg muscles and encourages blood to circulate more freely throughout the body. Even a few minutes of movement can make a noticeable difference in how your legs feel once you lie down. Now, let's move on to the second nighttime habit, one that many people underestimate. Habit number 2, sleeping in positions that restrict blood flow. Sleep posture plays a much larger role in circulation than most people realize. Many people naturally sleep with their legs tightly crossed or bent in ways that place pressure behind the knees and thighs. The issue is that several important blood vessels pass through these areas. When those vessels become compressed during sleep, the flow of blood returning from the legs toward the heart can become partially restricted. Over time, this may lead to symptoms such as numb feet during the night, leg cramps while sleeping, or waking up with stiff, heavy legs in the morning. Another position that can sometimes affect circulation is sleeping with the legs completely flat for long periods without any support. For some individuals, especially those who occasionally experience swelling in the lower legs, slightly elevating the legs can help encourage better blood flow. Something as simple as placing a small pillow under the calves may help reduce pressure on the veins and assist blood in traveling back toward the heart more efficiently. These adjustments might seem minor, but for many people they can make a noticeable difference in nighttime comfort. And the next habit we're going to talk about is even more common. In fact, millions of people do it every single night just before going to sleep, and many doctors believe it can quietly affect circulation more than most people realize. Let's take a closer look at that next. Let's continue with the third nighttime habit that can quietly affect healthy circulation. And interestingly, this one often begins in the kitchen. Habit number 3. Eating heavy meals right before bed. Many people enjoy a late dinner. Perhaps dinner happens a little later in the evening. Or maybe a snack before bed has simply become part of the nightly routine. A bowl of cereal, a sandwich, or even leftovers from dinner may not seem like a big deal. But what many people don't realize is that eating a large meal too close to bedtime can temporarily change how blood moves throughout the body. You see, digestion requires a surprising amount of energy. When you eat, the body sends a significant portion of blood toward the stomach and digestive organs to help break down food and absorb nutrients. This process is completely natural. But when a heavy meal is eaten right before lying down, the body may struggle to balance circulation efficiently. Instead of blood flowing evenly through the arms, legs, and extremities, a larger amount of it remains concentrated around the digestive system. For some people, this shift in circulation may lead to uncomfortable sensations later in the night. Patients sometimes describe symptoms such as warm or restless legs, a heavy feeling in the lower body, mild discomfort in the feet, or difficulty settling into deep, restful sleep. Over time, regularly eating large meals late in the evening may also contribute to metabolic strain, which can place additional stress on blood vessels. Fortunately, a small change can often make a noticeable difference. Try finishing your final meal 2 to 3 hours before bedtime whenever possible. This allows your body to begin digestion while you're still upright and moving, which helps circulation remain more balanced throughout the night. Even choosing slightly lighter evening meals can help your body transition more smoothly into sleep. Now let's move on to another habit that many people never think about. Habit number 4. Wearing tight clothing while sleeping. Clothing might seem like a small detail when it comes to circulation, but during sleep it can actually play a surprisingly important role. Many people wear socks, sleepwear, or clothing with tight elastic bands around the ankles, calves, waist, or thighs. While this may feel comfortable at first, these areas contain important blood vessels responsible for returning blood from the lower body back toward the heart. When clothing places pressure on these areas for several hours during sleep, circulation can become slightly restricted. For some individuals, this may lead to symptoms like numbness in the feet or toes, mild swelling around the ankles, or that familiar pins and needles sensation during the night. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become less flexible and slightly more sensitive to pressure. This means that even small restrictions can sometimes affect how easily blood flows through the body. Choosing loose, comfortable sleepwear allows the body to relax and helps circulation remain as natural as possible during the night. Soft fabrics and relaxed-fitting clothing are often the best choice for maintaining comfort and healthy blood flow while you sleep. Now, the next habit we're about to discuss is one that surprises many people. In fact, millions of adults do it every single night, without realizing it may quietly slow circulation while they sleep. And for some individuals, it may be one of the most overlooked causes of nighttime leg discomfort. Let's talk about that next. Let's now take a closer look at the 5th nighttime habit that can quietly interfere with healthy circulation. Interestingly, this one often happens without people even noticing it. Habit number 5, becoming slightly dehydrated before bed. As evening approaches, many people naturally begin drinking less water. This is completely understandable. No one enjoys waking up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom, so it's common for people to reduce how much fluid they consume after dinner. But what many adults over the age of 60 don't realize is that mild dehydration can sometimes affect how efficiently blood circulates through the body. You see, proper hydration helps keep blood flowing smoothly through arteries and veins. When the body becomes even slightly dehydrated, blood can become a bit thicker and move less efficiently through the smaller vessels that supply the hands, feet, and lower legs. For some people, this may lead to subtle symptoms during the night or early in the morning. You might notice things like waking up with a dry mouth, mild headaches in the morning, unusually cold hands or feet, or muscle cramps that appear during sleep. These symptoms can sometimes be related to circulation being slightly less efficient overnight. Of course, this doesn't mean you should suddenly drink large amounts of water right before going to bed. That can simply lead to disrupted sleep. Instead, the key is maintaining steady hydration throughout the evening. Drinking small amounts of water gradually after dinner allows your body to stay hydrated without overwhelming your bladder at night. Even something as simple as a small glass of water about an hour before bedtime may help support your body's natural circulation processes while you sleep. Now let's move on to the sixth habit, and this is one that many doctors say is one of the most overlooked contributors to nighttime circulation discomfort. Habit number 6, remaining in the same position for too long during sleep while we sleep. Our bodies naturally change positions many times throughout the night. These small shifts are actually very important. They relieve pressure on certain parts of the body and allow blood to continue circulating freely. However, some people tend to remain in one position for extended periods. This often happens when the body becomes deeply relaxed or when the mattress doesn't provide enough support for natural movement. When a position is held for too long, pressure may build on certain blood vessels, particularly around the hips, thighs, and calves. As a result, circulation in those areas may temporarily slow. This is why some people wake up in the middle of the night with sensations such as numbness in a leg or arm, tingling in the hands or feet, or that familiar pins and needles feeling when they first begin to move. Fortunately, the body usually corrects this quickly once you shift positions, but improving your sleep environment can make a noticeable difference. A supportive mattress and properly placed pillows allow the body to move more comfortably during the night. When your body can naturally change positions without resistance, pressure on blood vessels is reduced and circulation can remain more balanced throughout sleep. Now, there is one final nighttime habit we need to talk about, and interestingly, it's something that many people believe is completely harmless. Yet for some individuals, it may quietly influence circulation more than they realize. Let's take a closer look at that final habit. Now let's talk about the final nighttime habit that may quietly affect your circulation. And interestingly, this one has nothing to do with food, sleep position, or movement. It has to do with something happening inside the mind. Habit number 7, going to bed while under high stress. Many people underestimate how strongly stress can influence the body's circulation. When the brain senses stress, whether it's worry, anxiety, or emotional tension, the body activates what doctors call the fight or flight response. During this response, the body releases stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones prepare the body to react quickly to danger. One of the ways they do this is by causing blood vessels to narrow slightly. This process redirects blood toward vital organs like the heart and brain, while temporarily reducing circulation to the extremities, such as the hands, feet, and legs. In short bursts, this response is completely normal and even helpful. But when stress becomes part of the nightly routine, worrying about finances, thinking about health concerns, replaying conversations from the day, or watching stressful news before bed, the body may remain in that heightened state for much longer than it should. Over time, this can influence circulation during the night. Some people begin to notice symptoms such as cold hands or feet while lying in bed, difficulty relaxing before sleep, restless legs, or waking up frequently throughout the night. This is because the body is struggling to shift from a state of alertness into a state of rest. The good news is that even small changes to your evening routine can help calm the nervous system and support healthier circulation. Simple activities can make a big difference. Gentle stretching, light reading, listening to calming music, or even practicing slow, steady breathing for just 5 to 10 minutes before bed. These small habits signal to the brain that it is safe to relax. When the nervous system begins to calm down, blood vessels naturally open more freely, allowing circulation to return to a healthier balance throughout the body. Now that we've discussed these 7 habits, let's briefly review a few small changes that can support better circulation during the night. First, try incorporating a few minutes of gentle movement in the evening, especially if you've been sitting for long periods. Second, aim to finish larger meals earlier in the evening so your body can begin digestion before bedtime. Third, choose comfortable sleepwear and supportive sleeping positions that don't place pressure on blood vessels. And finally, creating a calm and relaxing bedtime routine can support both healthy circulation and deeper, more restorative sleep. These adjustments may seem simple, but many people are surprised by how much better their body begins to feel when small nighttime habits are improved. And remember, if you frequently experience symptoms such as persistent numbness, swelling, or unusual discomfort in your legs or feet, it's always a good idea to speak with a healthcare professional who can evaluate your circulation more closely, because healthy circulation is one of the most important foundations of overall wellness, especially as we age. And taking care of it often begins with the small habits we practice every single night. As we come to the end of today's discussion, it's worth remembering something very important. Circulation health rarely improves through drastic changes. More often, it improves through small daily habits that gradually support the body over time. And the interesting thing is that many of the nighttime behaviors we talked about today are incredibly common. In fact, most people don't even realize they're affecting their circulation at all. Cold feet at night, occasional tingling in the toes, or waking up with heavy or restless legs. These sensations often seem small, so people assume they're simply part of getting older. But in many cases, they can be gentle signals from the body asking for a few small adjustments. Once you become aware of these habits, simple changes can sometimes make a surprising difference. When circulation improves, many people begin to notice their body feels more comfortable at night. Hands and feet may feel warmer, swelling in the legs may become less noticeable. Nighttime cramps can happen less often, and many people find they wake up feeling a little more refreshed in the morning. The encouraging news is that circulation-friendly habits are often very easy to incorporate into your evening routine. A short walk around the house before bed, comfortable sleeping positions, staying gently hydrated throughout the evening, and creating a calm, relaxing environment before going to sleep. Over time, these small adjustments can help support the natural circulation processes that keep the body functioning at its best. So tonight, you might take a moment to think about your own routine. Do any of the habits we talked about sound familiar? Sometimes simply becoming aware of these patterns is the first step toward improving them. And if you know someone who often complains about cold feet, numb hands, or restless legs during the night, consider sharing this video with them. It may help them understand what their body could be trying to tell them. Here on this channel, we focus on simple, practical ways to support healthy aging, especially for adults over 60. We regularly talk about circulation, health, nutrition, daily habits, and ways to help the body stay strong and balanced as we grow older. So if you enjoy learning about these topics, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. And before you go, I'd really like to hear from you. Have you ever experienced symptoms like tingling feet, nighttime leg cramps, or cold hands while trying to sleep? Let me know in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else realize they're not alone, and sometimes those shared experiences can be the beginning of finding helpful solutions. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. I'm Dr. Christina Serrati, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.